Okay, I'm going to reiterate something that I actually talked about in my last video, and that is essentially the poor, and I mean really poor, working conditions in Konami. Okay, now the first thing that a lot of people seem to mention is the whole entire punch-in, punch-out thing. It's probably not that big of a deal. It probably is. You know, could it be because of Kojima leaving? I don't know. It seems kind of ridiculous if it is. But one of the biggest things that I had a problem with is the fact that their security system, their quote-unquote security system, really isn't for security. It's actually just so they can monitor their employees. And I actually kind of pieced it together as I was kind of thinking about it. They don't want their employees leaving. They really don't. If they even get the slightest inkling that their employee or any of their developers or their development staff ends up leaving Konami, guess what? That's how they monitor that. That is how exactly they monitor that stuff. They have their employees change their email every few months so no new employer can snatch them up, and then they also, you know, restrict their internet access on purpose so they can't leave the company for another company. You know, it is just ridiculous. And the camera thing, a lot of people say, oh well, you know, maybe it's to prevent employees from, you know, stealing off office supplies. I don't think it really is it really that big of a loss if someone stole a freaking stapler. You know, really, is it? Or I don't think anyone's going to be stealing anything. Does that place look like a supermarket? Is there anywhere a drawer? Is there a drawer anywhere that has money? Unless they have a vault in there somewhere that has millions and millions of dollars, I don't think that's what those cameras are for. Is to make sure that their employees do not leave the company. That is essentially what they do. They make sure no one leaves the company. And it is a extreme bully tactic to prevent people from leaving. It is. And what's even worse is that they are under contract. And a lot of companies do this, which is understandable. But they are under contract to freaking keep quiet. To not talk about anything that goes on in the company, even if it is infringing upon human rights and potentially illegal stuff. So really, the people that work there, they can't do a thing about it. They can't do anything about the poor working conditions there. If they do, they could probably get thrown in jail, but really it should be Konami that's being thrown in jail or essentially closed down because of their poor freaking work habits, work environment, really, because they're making all of their employees slaves. Now, I know I talked about this in my last video, but I wanted to reiterate this because it felt important. And I was a bit tired when I made that video. I'm keeping it up, but I am going to put this one up alongside it. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Why is it that Konami, the company that is known for Contra, that is known for Metal Gear, that has made tons of games in the past that are really good, just decide to be other crap now. They're crap. They essentially defaced Kojima Productions. Now they're called Production Studio 8 and probably aren't even officially on the books, so they're really just like some entity that's within the company. And then I don't know, maybe for all we know, they probably don't even get paid as much anymore. Kojima left at the right time. He did. He left. Like, he probably, after he started seeing this, to be honest with you, I think this stuff is going on for much longer than we think. And Kojima leaving, something tells me between the start of development for Ground Zeroes and up until now, it's been going on for a while. This crap has been going on for a very long time. And the fact that we are seeing a company kind of just fall apart and even worse, put themselves in an even more freaking crippling position than Capcom. Wow.